Where'd you go? Give me that neck, son. Two-piece. That's what I'm talking about.
Yells.
What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at ya. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing fan-tiddly-astic. So today, the big news. Patch 1.3 was released for all consoles. Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. And it was a big patch. It's there's a lot of patch notes. And actually, they just to point this out, they addressed a bunch of issues. Actually, after the patch, the small update had to be released to the servers. So basically, update your game by downloading when prompted, or by right-clicking on the Crysis 3 icon and selecting Check for Update in Origin, and that's for PC. But Crysis 3 patch 1.3, it's live today. Thank goodness. It's a well-needed patch, and you know I'm really hopeful that this is going to fix a lot of the known issues that are some core functionality issues with, like, horrible host selection, bad host migration, freezing due to being an Xbox Live Party chat, and things of that nature. If you want to go check out the notes, I'm going to have them on the screen here, but if you want to check them out, they're on the mycrysis.com forums. And actually, they had a Q&A with the Crysis developers. There's a link on the website as well. But if we take a look at the multi-platform patch notes, which means that these changes could affect any three of the consoles. We have a reduction in the bandwidth usage. Now, I'm not exactly certain what that means, but hopefully it's a good thing, and there'll be less laggy matches. They fixed an issue where other players' weapons may not be visible when joining the game. The Scout perk now saves progress correctly, so that basically means when you're trying to level up your Scout module, it wasn't being saved correctly, so you might not have been able to get it all the way to Tier 3, but now hopefully you can. There was a fix for rip and throw items, which occasionally entering a state where the players cannot interact with them. Those are like poles and vent shields and shields off of crash site pods. There's a fix for the relay not capturing correctly if the carrier is within the cap zone when the friendly relay is returned. The end of round audio now works correctly. A fix for nanovision becoming locked in some cases. Fixed crashes and freezes of the game after the boss fight. So that's going to be a single player patch, which is a good thing. I know a lot of people were complaining about that. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm glad that they included that in the patch. Just to note, though, that some save games still might not be functioning 100%, so you might have to restart your last level. They fixed an issue with the boss not being triggered correctly and thus not appearing at all. And again, some of the save games still might not be functioning 100%, so a restart of the last level might be required. They fixed the extended magazine attachment of the SCAR to not lose 10 clips anymore after each death of the player. They fixed the secret email not unlocking properly after collecting all the intel in the levels. And finally, they have a fix for after match award dog tags they're failing to unlock. So basically, on Xbox, at least for on the console, we would get dog tags collected, and they wouldn't be there or unlocked once we shut down the game and restarted. So I know that was an issue that I'm really glad to see that was fixed. Now, if we take a look at the console-specific patch notes, you can go to the website if you want to check out the PC and the PS3 specific patch notes, but I'm just going to go into the Xbox 360 specific patch notes here. So they minimize the risk of crashing when transitioning from single player to multiplayer when in the party with active voice over IP. Basically, it's the game freezes when you're in a Xbox Live Party and you're chatting, while you're switching from single player to multiplayer, the game would freeze, your whole Xbox would freeze. They fixed an issue for the aim assist not working correctly in some areas of the map, which is a huge issue, and I'm glad that was fixed. There's a fix for an issue that could cause host migration failures. So again, that's a huge issue on console, and I'm hoping that this patch, takes care of that issue. There was potential fixes for issues related to audio stuttering, and that's another thing that I noticed on Xbox 360, where for some reason the audio gets weird at certain points in the match where you can't hear it or it stutters or whatnot. And then finally, as this relates to what I was talking about before, the dog tags now unlock properly. So, man, it was a huge patch, and I'm just grateful that, Crytek finally released it for us and gave us some of the things that we really wanted in the patch. I was able to play the entire day with the patch, and unfortunately I do have to convey that I did still get a disconnect from Crysis 3 servers error, and I'm logging those every time it happens to me. I'm logging them on the My Crysis forums within the Xbox 360 section. There's a specific thread that I say log, whenever you get the dreaded error message that says lost connection to Crysis 3 servers, or no, it says connection to Crysis 3 servers could not be established. You will now be returned to the main menu. And for some reason, it only happens to me on Williamsburg. So after patch 1.3, I still got the dreaded, connection to Crysis 3 error. Connection to Crysis 3 could not be established. I got that error. So I don't know. As far as how the lag was, it's still not the best for host selection. I don't know what type of a logarithm or information it uses for selecting a host, because it chooses me as a host, and I only have 0.5 megabit upload speed from my internet service provider, Time Warner Cable, and that's not enough to be able to host 12 players on these maps. What ends up happening is I'm the only 4-bar in the entire game, and everybody else is a red bar, and it's not a very fun experience. And that also is the same for He Who Stabs You, one of the guys that I play with a lot. If you haven't, go check out his YouTube channel. I'll put a link down in the description. But it shows him as a host, for one of the matches, and it just results in everybody else being a red bar and just horrible lag. This match here did have some lag in it, but it wasn't, unplayable. I think I was a 2-bar and a 3-bar throughout the entire match. We're just stomping these guys, 88 to 26. I mean, it really wasn't that much competition, but overall, I think Crytek had the right idea with their patch, and reading through the patch notes, they tried to take care of a lot of the core issues that a lot of us have been complaining about for weeks, probably a month now. And from what I've seen so far, I guess I'm still not certain on whether or not the game is fixed. I know I'm with Ceph Gaming. It's an adult gaming clan, and they're considering getting into the competitive side of Crysis 3 on Fragged Nation, the website, and they've been really hesitant to get on there because of all of the constant core issues in the game. And they were hoping with this patch 1.3 that they would be able to end up. This guy on top of this sign, look at him. He's like oblivious to me that I was trying to melee him. But squirrel. Sorry, I got sidetracked. They were basically waiting for the game to get more solid, less issues before they started playing competitively on Frag Nation. But anyway, so my verdict on the patch is really, I guess I can't really speak completely on it yet, 100%. Just because I was only able to play on it, for one day. I still got one of the dreaded, lost connection to Crysis 3 servers error, and you can see there, I'm 3-bar, and, I don't know, I guess we'll have to see as I play some more after this patch 1.3. So if you found this video helpful, please leave me a rating, whether it's a like or a dislike, and if you do leave me a dislike, please put in the comments what you didn't like about the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. I always love your guys' feedback. I appreciate all your guys' support. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I'll have plenty more Crysis 3 videos. And until next time, I will see you on the battlefield.
Ubu out.